Welcome back to the channel. Today we're recapping the second game in the main series, which is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. This game builds right off where we left off with the original Transformers game, so if you haven't checked out that recap video yet, be sure to do that first, as it's only 7 minutes and will catch you up to speed with the rest of us. Anyways, enough yapping, let's get into it. The story of the 2009 War for the Sun begins 2 years after the Allspark was destroyed, and Megatron was dropped into the Laurentian Abyss. The world is in a fragile state of peace, with the Autobots now working alongside a secret human military task force called Nest to hunt down Decepticon holdouts. This version of the story, that's seen on Xbox 360 and PS3, begins with a massive energy signature in Shanghai, China. In the Autobot campaign, the first mission is Shanghai Streets, where Bumblebee is deployed to hunt down Sideways. After a high-speed chase and a series of skirmishes with drones, the mission transitions to Shanghai Industrial. Here, Ironhide takes over to clear out heavy resistance and protect Nest ground troops from being overwhelmed by Decepticon reinforcements. The first act culminates in Shanghai Demolishor. Optimus Prime faces off against the massive, wheel-legged Constructicon who is tearing through the city. After a brutal fight that requires the player to target Demolishor's fuel tanks and use precise transformation attacks, the giant falls, but not before warning that an ancient evil known as the Fallen is coming back to finish what he started. The focus then shifts to the United States in the mission, West Coast Incursion. The Decepticons have tracked an Allspark fragment to the home of Michaela Baines. Bumblebee must fight through suburbia to protect her and the Shard from a full-scale invasion. This is immediately followed by West Coast Defense, where Ratchet takes the lead to establish a defensive perimeter. As Ratchet, you provide support fire and healing to Nest units while holding back waves of Decepticon drones. Once the Shard is secured, the Autobots realize the Decepticons are planning something much bigger. In the mission Deep 6, Protection, the war goes to the middle of the ocean. Playing as the aerial specialist Breakaway, you must defend the Nest fleet from a massive assault. While you manage to destroy the enemy ships and planes, the mission ends in a tactical failure as the Decepticons successfully reach Megatron's remains and resurrect him using a stolen Shard. With Megatron back in power, the mission East Coast Rescue sees the Autobots racing to save Sam Witwicky. Megatron has captured the boy to extract the Allspark's knowledge from his mind. As Optimus Prime, you tear through a heavily guarded city to reach Sam before the Decepticons can fly him away. Following the rescue in East Coast Carrier, Ironhide is tasked with defending a massive aircraft carrier from a Decepticon siege. This is a high-stakes mission where you must prevent the ship from being sunk by heavy mortar fire and boarding parties. After successfully holding the line, the search for the Sun Harvester leads everyone to Egypt. In Cairo Sands, Bumblebee navigates the desert to find the tomb of the ancient primes. In Cairo Ruins, Breakaway provides air cover to protect the Nest convoy as they transport the Matrix of Leadership. Finally, the story hits its climax in Cairo, the Fallen. Optimus Prime, upgraded with parts from the legendary Jetfire, takes to the skies for a final showdown. You must dodge telekinetic attacks and fireballs while dismantling the Sun Harvester. The Autobot story ends with Optimus destroying the Fallen and saving the Sun from total annihilation. The Decepticon campaign tells a much more aggressive version of these events. It begins in Shanghai Infiltration, where Sideways is tasked with hacking human communications arrays. You have to weave through the city to avoid detection and gather intel on the Allspark shards. This leads to Shanghai Destruction, where Long Haul is deployed to flatten the Nest defenses. As the heavy hitter, you use mortars and brute strength to clear out human tanks and helicopters. The China chapter ends with Shanghai Pursuit, where Starscream chases down escaping Autobot transports. As the air commander, you engage in dogfights to ensure no one leaves the city alive to report the Decepticon presence. The villains then move to the West Coast Sabotage mission. Longhaul attacks a series of oil refineries to cause a massive distraction, while in West Coast Search, Sideways hunts down Sam Witwicky's location in the suburbs. The Decepticons finally achieve their biggest goal in Deep 6, Resurrection. Taking control of Megatron for the first time, you rise from the ocean floor and decimate the entire Nest fleet. You destroy the battleships and the research platforms that were used to guard your corpse, effectively announcing your return to the world. In East Coast Infiltration, Grindor is sent to capture Sam Witwicky. You must navigate a city under high alert, destroying power stations to blind the human radar and snatching the boy before the Autobots can intervene. This is followed by East Coast Decimation, where Megatron leads a full-scale assault on an aircraft carrier. You don't just defend it, you sink it, proving that the human military is no match for a revived Decepticon leader. The final act in Egypt starts with Cairo Invasion, as Starscream clears out the Nest air defenses surrounding the pyramids. In Cairo Activation, Long Haul is sent to protect the Constructicons as they uncover the Sun Harvester hidden within the Great Pyramid. The game reaches a unique twist in the final mission, Cairo the Master's Betrayal. Megatron realizes that the Fallen has no intention of sharing the sun's power and has treated the Decepticons as expendable pawns. In a shocking move, Megatron turns on his master. You must battle and execute the Fallen yourself, claiming his power and the Sun Harvester for your own. The Decepticon story ends with Megatron standing victorious as the new ruler of Earth, commanding an army that the humans have no hope of stopping. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.